name's Alfiola Zafira. Today I will discuss about formally stylistic analysis on Neither Out Far Nor In Deep poems by Robert Frost. Most research studies focusing on stylistic in literary works. Stylistic is a method of textual interpretation in which the primacy of place is assigned to language. In stylistic, there is a formally stylistic. A formal stylistic is a critical approach in which the text being examined is considered a structure of words. So, the main focus is on the arrangement of language, not on the implication of words or on the biographical and historical relevance of the words. The research relates the style of language to the three branches of criticism, namely formalist, psychoanalytic, and Marxist criticism. This is so that how stylistic is used in the study of literary texts. Formalism refers to a critical approach that analyzes, interprets, or evaluates features that exist in a literary text. These features not only contain grammar and syntax but also literary tools such as lexical and figurative. The formalist approach also aims to reduce the importance of the historical, biographical, and cultural context of the text. At the beginning of the 20th century, formalism became famous as a reaction to Romantic literary theory. This theory centered on artists and individual creativity. Robert Lee Frost was born in San Francisco, California. He is an American poet. The beginning of his work was published in England and then published in America. He is known for his realistic portrayal of rural life and his comments in American daily speeches. Frost also often writes about the organization of rural life in New England. Neither Out Far Nor In Deep is one of his poems. In Neither Out Far Nor In Deep, when the speaker of this poem stares at the ocean, he cannot help but look for the meaning of life and find out the secret behind the mysteries of life. According to Frost, there was only one problem when we are busy thinking about the mysteries of life and great things that are unknown. It is very easy for us to receive all the small miracles every day that we can see. So, Frost does not oppose to contemplate the mysteries of life. He only saw that a little balance with something might be possible. Here's the poem Neither Out Far Nor In Deep by Robert Frost. The people along the sand all turn and look one way. They turn their back on the land. They look at the sea all day. As long as it takes to pass, a ship keeps raising its hull. The weather grown like glass reflects a standing gull. The land may vary more, but wherever the truth may be, the water comes as her. And the people look at the sea. They cannot look out far. They cannot look in deep. But when was that ever a bar to any watch they keep? First, we can see from the functions of language in Neither Out Far Nor In Deep. In this poem, the writer becomes an observer and watches the people on the beach represented by the pronoun they. People who recreation on the beach only look at the water. They ignore the land they came from and stare at the ocean in awe that some people call the search of truth. But the reality is the search of truth and reality is the land they have disposed of and ignored. They turn their back on the land. It means they only see ships in the sea passing unknown destinations. You can see from the poem, the people along the sand all turn and look one way. they turn their back on the land, they look at the sea all day. In the poem, the line, "But wherever the truth may be," in the third stanza shows that people are searching for the truth and they can find it by observing the unchanging sea, with at least repetition of the same movements as the waves, not on the ground that might be more can change. The people referred to in these poems are like others who have a limited vision. For example, they cannot see far, they cannot see inside. It means, but they continue to search, maybe because there was nothing else they could do. They could not find an answer, even from an impossible search such as an ocean that could not be understood. The second one is diction. Diction is a style of speaking or writing that refers to the choice of words and style of expression made and used by writers in literary works. Diction can have a profound effect on the tone of literary works and how readers understand characters of the poems. Okay, this poem has 16 lines and 4 stanzas. The short lyrics to this poem, neither out far nor in deep, are subtle allusions about human nature that ignore or escape the concrete reality before them and obsessively try to find the unreal and unknowable. This poem is also based on ordinary situations. Some people watch from afar the ocean, with symbolic, abstract, and theoretical aspects of life, such as abstract, supernatural, and philosophical, turning their backs to the land that symbolizes reality and the inevitable, as in line 9 and 10. For example, the land may vary more, but wherever the truth may be. And then for the other example in line 11, the water comes as her, and the people look at the sea. It makes the reader feel as if you are witness this event firsthand and seems like real. The third is figure of speech. This poem is only has simile. For example, the weather grown like glass reflects a standing gull. It is about a long gull silhouette in the reflection of the wet rocks as the waves crash upon them. The fourth is theme. Robert Frost used theme to speak to the reader. The way the poem says so much about the ocean and the awe it inspires in the people just takes over the setting of the poem. The following poem quotes explain something important. They turn their back on the land. They look at the sea all day. It shows how the people are amazed by the ocean. In conclusion, this formalist stylistic is a critical approach in which the text being examined is considered a structure of words. In the poem entitled Neither Out Far Nor In Deep by Robert Frost, explains about a people who recreations on the beach and only looks towards the water. They ignore the land from which they came, and then they stare at the sea with wonder that some people call the search of truth. The beach has a way to bring deep thought to humans. This poem can be analyzed by the formalist stylistic with some features like the functions of language, diction, figure of speech, and themes. The theme of the poem is the people are amazed by the oceans. The dictions of this poem are used the simple words and it is made the readers easier to feel and understand. And the last, the figure of speech in this poem is simile, because the poet compared the nature and animal. Okay, thank you for your attention and have a nice day.